28th of February were let loose because there was no screening in the airport at Cochin, which has led to a wild chase of thousands of primary and secondary contacts. It was only after March 3rd the message for stringent screening measures was ordered. As of today in Kerala, over 250 people are hospitalized and 1,495 are under observation and 900 people are under home observation. Naturally, the news of the outbreak came out. The social and office life has not just halted and ceased to exist my constituency.
Sir, the entire House fully appreciates the efforts taken by the ministry as well as our missions abroad in dealing or addressing the issue of corona in order to prevent the coronavirus spread. Sir, as rightly Sri Andrew Anthony has suggested, you have stated in your statement that stringent measures have already been taken so as to have tests in the airports. But it is quite unfortunate to note that 3 persons from a family has come to India. There was no screening and there was no testing. That is why the reason the entire Kerala is now in a panic situation. The universities are closed, colleges are closed. So I would like to appeal to the Honorable Minister. When you take the precautionary measures, so many NRIs, citizens of Indian origin. Sir, my only question is, my clarification is, what would be the fate of those passengers who are stranded in the airports? Every day we are getting the telephone calls from the passengers who have already obtained the ticket there in the airport, but only country which has total ban is being imposed by India. What would be the fate of those passengers who are stranded in various airports? They are helpless, they are calling us. Would you like to clarify that point also?
My question is simply this, that there are 5 countries which are designated. All incoming travelers, including Indian nationals, arriving for or having visited China, Italy, Iran, Republic of Korea, France, Spain and Germany shall be quarantined. My simple question is, we have got information about China, about Iran, about Italy.
जहाँ तक जम्मू कश्मीर के तलबा का और वहाँ के जो ज़ायरीन उनका मामला है, सरकार का रवैया लाताल्लुकी का रहा. It has been an attitude of apathy and indifference. आज से 3 हफ्ते पहले मैंने मंत्री जी की नोटिस में लाया कि ऐसी पीड़ा है लोगों की, वहाँ के बच्चे छोटे हैं जो 20 साल से कम उम्र के हैं या 20 साल के अराउंड है, तो उनको यहाँ लाने का प्रयास किया जाए. और तब से आज तक कुछ नहीं किया गया, सिर्फ एक जहाज आया है. तो मैं चाहता हूँ कि मंत्री जी हमें कहें कि एक टाइम फ्रेम दे.
सर, आई वांट टू ब्रिंग टू नोटिस ऑफ द ऑनरेबल मिनिस्टर थ्रू यू इज दैट फ्रॉम माय कॉन्स्टिट्यूएंसी 11 पीपल आर स्टक इन मशहद इन ईरान and the Indian embassy is telling them to come to Tehran. They cannot come. Sir, my request to you that please ensure that they come to Tehran and bring them back. They're all pilgrims. And will you also add United States in those countries, because US is now the increasing number of virus in US also?
Sir, my request to the government of India is criminal cases should be registered against people who are not cooperating with the health authorities, who are spreading panic in the public, in the social media. And also, sir, there are lack of virology institutes in India. So the southern part of India, especially Kerala, should be given testing centers. And
my concern here is, as I had said on the earlier occasion, I had also appreciated the steps the health minister has taken during this crisis. It's a national crisis. It's an international crisis. The 2 things that actually crop up before us is the number of virology centers where testing needs to be taken, needs to be made. That needs to be enhanced. We have only 2 centers, one in Kolkata and one in Pune. Now the regional medical research center, as for instance, we have one in Bhubaneswar which is also testing. But each AIIMS, as we have large number of AIIMS institutes throughout the country, they also should try to have this type of testing.
सर, इटली के एयरपोर्ट पर, क्योंकि इटली पूरा कंट्री लॉकडाउन हो गया है, कोरोना वायरस की वजह से 30 भारतीय स्टूडेंट हैं, ज्यादातर उनमें पंजाब के हैं, उनको वापस लाने के लिए, क्योंकि एयरपोर्ट तो टोटली बंद हो गया, उनके खाने पीने के लिए भी उनको चिंता हो रही है। 30 भारतीय स्टूडेंट इटली के रोम एयरपोर्ट पर फंसे हुए हैं सर, उनको लाने के लिए विशेष प्रबंध किए जाएं सर।
I'd like to know, you've mentioned in your statement about the quarantining people who come in for 14 days. Where are you going to quarantine them? And you know now that there are Indians working all over the world and students studying in different parts which have not been affected badly also. But will you have a helpline which students and people working in different countries can contact for some kind of help if they need?
Sir, I must appreciate the endeavor taken by our Honorable Minister on his own capacity and the government in order to stem the rot insofar as coronavirus is concerned. Already the coronavirus has assumed an pandemic proportion, much to the consternation of all of us. So now we have to think and act globally. सर, हमारे बंगाल के और खासकर हमारा डिस्ट्रिक्ट के लाखों की तादाद में लोग सऊदी अरब, वेस्ट एशिया में रहते हैं। सारे गरीब लोग हैं, अब उतना पढ़ा लिखा भी नहीं होते हैं। सर, एक सऊदी अरब से एक आदमी हमारा डिस्ट्रिक्ट में आए थे, आने के बाद बुखार हुआ और मौत हो गए, सारे डिस्ट्रिक्ट में अपना तकलीफ पैदा हो गए। तो सर, बाहर में जो है, खासकर सऊदी अरब और तरह तरह की जहां लेबर लोग ज्यादा जाते हैं, ये लोग लेबर लोग जहां वो लोग वो रहा इलिटरेट है, उन्हीं लोगों को जानकारी के लिए आप एक हेल्पलाइन खुलिए और एक साथ स्वास्थ्य मंत्री और हमारा विदेश मंत्री, देयर शुड बी ए कंसर्टेड एफर्ट बिटवीन द टू कंसर्टेड।
जिस तरीके से और जितनी स्फूर्ति से इस महान संकट को संभाला है, उसके लिए वो धन्यवाद के पात्र हैं। ये एक अकल्पनीय संकट है। पूरे दुनिया में ऐसा एक पैंडेमिक पहले कई दशकों से नहीं आया है और इसे हमें संभालने की जरूरत है और हमें बिल्कुल ठंडे सोच से और हर ठोस कदम लेकर हम लोगों को इसका सामना करना पड़ेगा।
There has been no lack of sensitivity to the situation of people, but please understand it's a very difficult situation in Iran and we are working on it. 58 people have come back. I expect maybe another 200 plus to come back very soon, and the numbers will keep increasing. I would also Shri Thomas Cherkodan again raised the issue of airports, which I have replied. Owaisi ji raised the issue of people who are stuck in Mashhad. It is at the moment we have one medical team operating in Mashhad, in Tehran. So we are asking people to come to Tehran for testing. We are asking people to come to Tehran for testing. And if there is a problem, we will find a way of reaching people in Mashhad. We will not leave them out there. That assurance I give you. Regarding tracking those who are coming in, that's a very valid point. I want to assure him there is a tracking procedure, very, very detailed tracking procedure. In fact, the group of ministers have seen every patient who has tested positive. We have tracked hundreds of people who have been in contact with that patient. So it is not that we are only quarantining. There is a very, very detailed tracking procedure in place, and it is because of that actually that we have been able to keep it to the limits that we have. Then Vasant Kumar ji raised the issue of fishermen who are in the islands. Again, I want to assure him we will make sure that they are looked after. We are regularly in touch. Their food, their water, the provisions will be given. Bhagwant Manji raised the issue of 30 students of Punjab who are stuck in Italy airport. I know the honourable member is concerned about students from his region, but I want to tell you there are not 30 students. There are many more from different parts of the country. For me, all of them, I need to find a way of helping them, of bringing them back. We are at it. Again, please understand, we can only bring them back if they are tested. They have to be tested. And to test them, we have started the sampling today, because we cannot bring back untested people in very severe epidemic situations, because I have the security of this country to worry about as well. Kanimori ji asked, saying, can we set up a helpline? Yes, we will be setting that up. And where will you quarantine? We have identified a large number of possible quarantine centers. Till now, most of the quarantine is taking place in Manesar and close by. But if the quarantine numbers mount, we have already initiated an exercise in cooperation with different ministries and different state governments. So we have a much bigger contingency plan for quarantining. Again, I think Honorable Dr. Harshvardhan ji would be better in a position to reply. Finally, Adhir Ranjan ji's issue about Saudi Arabia. We are very, very sensitive to what is happening, particularly with our countrymen, our people who are working in very difficult conditions in the Gulf. So far, in the Gulf, the cases have been very limited. But we are very much on the alert because we totally share your concern that if situation becomes worse there, they will have to be a priority area. So it is very much on our radar.
Speaker sir, thank you very much. Speaker sir, we understand the seriousness of the situation. I would just like to draw the attention of the Honourable Minister through you that the government has advised the states to invoke the Epidemic Diseases Act of 1897. Now this is a 120-year-old act, which is a 4-section act, which does not even define what an epidemic is. My question is that is the legal architecture appropriate to deal with a pandemic of this kind, or is the government contemplating bringing in some kind of an ordinance in order to beef up the legal architecture? Because I do not think the legal architecture is adequate to deal with the situation which is evolving.
जो लोग बाहर से आ रहे हैं, जिन देशों से बहुत ज्यादा लोग बीमार हैं, क्या कोई चेक करने की व्यवस्था सरकार ने करी है? नंबर 1 सर आधी सेकंड साहब। दूसरा, जो जैसे अमेरिकी यूएस ने कुछ देश बैन करे, पूरा यूरोप बैन कर दिया है, फ्राइडे से वहां लोग नहीं जा सकते, तो क्या हमारे देश में बैन करने की सोच रहे हैं? तीसरा, क्या जो ये आज के माहौल में बिजनेस मर रहा है, फाइनेंस मिनिस्टर या सरकार इस बिजनेस को बचाने के बारे में कुछ सोच रही है क्या?
खाली स्क्रीनिंग में अगर वो नेगेटिव है, इसका मतलब ये नहीं है कि वो जो है पॉजिटिव जो है 2 दिन के बाद नहीं हो सकता। ये हमारे जो पहले 7 एयरपोर्ट हमने 17 जनवरी को जिनके ऊपर स्क्रीनिंग शुरू की थी, उसमें दिल्ली, मुंबई, कलकत्ता, बेंगलोर, हैदराबाद, चेन्नई और कोची इज अमंग्स द फर्स्ट 7। टुडे वी आर डूइंग इट ऑन 30 एयरपोर्ट्स और 30 एयरपोर्ट्स पे अभी हम सारे दुनिया की फ्लाइट्स के बारे में कर रहे हैं। इसलिए स्क्रीनिंग के संदर्भ में आपको कोई डाउट वगैरह नहीं रहना चाहिए।